Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Michelle and we are watching Succession Season 4, Episode 6. Now, last episode, Kendall tried to screw the deal because he essentially wants to keep running Waystar. He's not mad with power, but he's back in a position of power. He's got his swagger back and he just wants to like dive full in, and he tries to screw the deal. Matsson sees right through him trying to screw the deal. So you know what he does? He says, I'm going to get this deal done. Screw you two. I'm going straight to the board and I'm getting this deal done with or without you. And I had a feeling nothing Kendall or Roman did would be able to combat Matsson. He just, like, throughout that entire episode, every time they were in the room with him, it's like there's two of you would feel like you're ganging up on Matsson in a way, but he's so eccentric, so weird, so off, so disturbing with sending blood to people. I don't know what to make of that, but yes, he's not just like tall and physically imposing. He doesn't strike me as a fool. Yes, he's eccentric, but he ain't a fool. And he's able to see through Kendall. He's able to see through Roman. And there's not a piece of me that feels like those two could stand up to him. Those two could outsmart him or outwit him. Maybe they might be able to like get one win, but in terms of a war, I don't see either one of them, not together. Not even Shiv, Roman, and Kendall on a united front. And I put that in quotes because those three will never be truly united. They're always going at each other for some petty ass reason or serious reason, either or. But that trio is never fully united. Even when they're united, they're not united. So I just feel like none of them, not Shiv, not Roman, not Kendall, could like make a valiant effort in a war against Matsson. And in a way, I feel like Logan could, not due to the breadth of his options or his ability to maneuver or his experience, but just by being like one of those old school stubborn mules. I feel like he would be that would be the way he'd be able to like hold his own in a fight against Matsson. But yeah, like I said in the last reaction, I have one hope. Technically two, but it's a oneer. Kendall and Tom gone. I want them gone. I want them far away from Waystar. I want Kendall away from Waystar. I want him to like check that boy into a lifetime facility and get him right. And only when he's right can his children come see him. But he can never leave. Like a permanent, I know that sounds like, you know, life in prison. It may be, but he needs to be like sequestered away. Give him a nice pampered, what's the facility we saw him in at the beginning of season 2? Lock his ass up there. He should have stayed there longer. Logan should have never gotten him out after like 24 hours. He should have just stayed there. The kids could visit, see their dad with supervision, particularly their mother, and then bye dad, we'll see you next week. We'll see you again on Saturday and Sunday, but you stay here. Kendall does not need to be free to roam. Anyways, Tom, he's the other one I want gone, but Shiv seems to be like warming up to him or cooling down, and I'm like, why? I'm hoping Shiv is playing some kind of long game to slit his throat metaphorically, but I wouldn't be mad if she did it literally. Either way, let's get into this episode. So grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you watch your favorite reactions. Just get comfortable and let's get to.
Take one, Mark.
What the?
Ready.
What
Hello
this
again.
new product offers is community, safe, and interactions with the cherished family of Waystar's movie and TV characters.
So weird.
I'm
seeing him
convinced that the Living Plus real estate
again. Living Plus. And he's dead as a doornail.
Oh, can you please stop buzzing around me? God, you're fucking useless, the lot of yous. You're as bad as my fucking idiot kids.
Oh, shit. What the hell?
That's fine. That's a Valentine's card. Can we watch it again, actually?
Absolutely.
Aw.
Good to see you, Dad.
Jesus. Oh, good old dad disparaging his kids. Play that again. Mate feels like home hearing dad call us useless.
So,
Nothing. Just thought I'd check in. You know, the whole product launch investor thing.
it looked like we were just minding the shop until you came in.
Well, you are, right?
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need it. The deal is going through with velocity, and lots of you I really like, but lots of it I also really hate. There's if there's someone on the inside who understands all that, but also gets me, that could be
Must you Shiv is
could
like,
be of.
oh, they're gonna partner up.
Oh, by the way, did they mention that they went totally fucking mental on me up above Old Doll's Nest?
Look, you spoke, I listened, but I gotta go now.
Well, you keep me looped.
Mm-hmm.
My girl on the inside.
Oh, fuck you, my boy on the outside. You know, I'm gonna tell my brothers everything you said.
Cool.
So now she knows they're keeping shit from her and that they didn't actually tell the details of what happened up there. I don't know how I feel about this Mats and Shiv pairing up. Like, I like that she has someone who, I don't want to say respect, but talks to her, but at the same time, I feel like he's just using her and he'll toss her away when he's done.
What?
I fucking know you.
What?
What?
Yeah, what?
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 Oh, fucking hell. Boys, you're not good at this. You're trying to fuck the deal.
No, we're
No?
not. No,
Yeah?
we're not trying to fuck
But you
the
failed
deal.
to mention this very fucking interesting incident, even as a bit of gossip?
Shiv.
Honestly, we were protecting you.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, don't get mud on my confirmation dress. Thanks so fucking much.
Well, it did go nuts on the mountain, Shiv. He was talking shit about that. Sorry, I mean, we're sorry. We are.
We wouldn't have dicked you over.
Yeah.
We wanted
I
to
believe
keep it clean.
Roman's sorry. I don't believe Kendall isn't. What is she crying? Why is she crying? Why is she crying? Oh my god, what's happening?
I want to give you a little
Douche.
preview of
What?
tonight's selection.
Hey.
Hey.
Go on.
Sorry.
All right. You okay?
I'm fine. I have found I am too busy, what with my dad. And so, Sarah
does she
has
schedule-
sometimes found me somewhere so that I can have a moment to cry.
Wow, she schedules in
You're
her.
scheduling your grief?
Yeah,
Just fuck off, yeah?
that's painful to hear.
It's okay. It's okay.
I hate that her brothers are cutting her out because now she's going to this. Ugh. I hate everyone around Shiv. I hate everyone around her. No. No. No! Oh my goodness. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Hello.
Roman Roy.
Tis I.
Hey.
How are you? So I just sort of wanted to maybe just get it out of the way. Callispatron? I just want to know who's getting fired for that shit show.
I mean, I can certainly loop you in, but it's complicated. We're getting a lot of questions about ATN's favorable coverage on Mencken.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, isn't there something you can do to signal a distance?
Yeah, look, Mencken's IP, just like anything. You're not really listening to me. I'm saying I'm gonna just dump a ton of money on you, and all we want is to get the hit pump pumping. The fuck does this guy know about anything? He's not his dad. He can't do it. Roman's track record is bullshit.
No, I'm sure you are where you are for a very good reason.
I could just fire you, so. That's a funny joke. I could.
Look, I think...
I'm not saying I am. Oh no, I said it, now I feel like I gotta commit. Our tent pole is bullshit and out of control, and you're not gonna fix it, so I'm calling it. I'm sorry, we're done. Yeah, I am.
What an asshole. Y'all decided to get in bed with and people are uncomfortable with being associated with that, as they should be. Well, at least she stood on it. She ended up losing her job by mentioning it, but at least she said it. Shit. I walk away with a bit more respect for her than I do Roman. At least she said it.
Could we build me a living plus house? Plywood, basic brickwork, nothing crazy. I could walk through it. Maybe clouds appear above the house.
It's certainly an exciting vision, but...
Don't say no, Denny. Don't say no.
This is for tomorrow?
Hollywood, though, right? No one can say no. Yes, Kendall. Thank you, Kendall, for the cool new rule.
Thank you, Kendall.
Thank you, Ken.
I hate them. I hate both of them. I don't want you two running shit.
You want to play Bitey?
Bitey?
We never played Bitey? No. Oh. Okay. Well, you bite me, I bite you. See who can take it.
What the hell?
So, first one to stop loses.
Bitey.
Oh. Is that all you got? Motherfucker!
Bitey.
Wow.
You okay?
Yeah. Tom Wansgans finally made me feel something.
Nice.
Well, good lord. Take it back. Take it back. Good lord.
You absolutely cannot fire a studio executive without speaking to legal and HR and having someone else present in case...
Right, except I can because I did. I didn't fire her, okay? I said that she was fired to her, that's all.
You
What the fuck does that mean?
Right?
It means she's not gonna be in the fucking street, okay? We'll kick her up to international.
She has a lot
So
of
do I.
friends, and you are a weak monarch in a dangerous interregnum,
No.
and I think you need to
This
reconsider.
is something that Dad would have done, and
Oh,
you know
well,
it.
maybe, but you're not your dad.
I need you to believe that I am as good as my dad. Can you do that? Can you do that?
Say it or believe it.
You don't treat me with sufficient respect, and that's a problem. Well, maybe I'll fire you too.
Sure, I'm not on the kill list.
So?
So Mattson will be very angry.
Fuck Madsen, I don't care.
Be serious, you're minding shop.
Are you kidding me right now, Roman?
You are not good at your job. Maybe Dad did know. Maybe I'm firing you for a list of failures I choose not to outline right now, but...
I am good at my job.
Shall we get started on the paperwork? You want to do it yourself, or do you want me to get somebody a bit sharper? Bye.
Fucking asshole.
Whoa! You did not just do that to Gerri. Wow. Wow. Shiv, get rid of both of them. I need Shiv to get rid of both of her brothers and Tom. Please, Shiv. Mattson, Shiv, somebody. What was that? You just fired Gerri.
No, I think we
And
should
Joy.
click Joy go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's that's baller for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Let's put an end to Joy.
Great.
Death to Joy.
Gerri told me that that was a bad move and I should sort of roll that back, so I fired Gerri.
Fuck it, bro. Why not? Drop her in the end zone. Who are you gonna fire next?
Here it goes.
I mean-
There goes the high.
I think I want you. I think I would like this back.
Well, then you shouldn't have betrayed me.
All my life, I've been thinking a little bit about money. And how to get money and how to keep money. And you didn't ask me in. And I really, really, really love my career and my money.
At least he's being honest.
Like nice things, I do.
What are you going to do with his
And if
honesty?
you think that's shallow, why don't you throw out all your stuff for love? Throw out your necklaces and your jewels for a date at a 3-star Italian? Live with me in a trailer park. Yeah? Are you coming?
I'd follow you anywhere for love. Tom Wamsgans.
Lord help that child, because they're going to stay together. They're staying together. That poor child. See, the difference between Kendall is that at least their children have a sane mother. They have Rava. That child that's growing inside Shiv while she's drinking and potentially, I don't think she did, but she certainly is drinking, that baby that's inside of her. God bless, because you got Tom and Shiv as parents. Might end up just like Kendall.
How we doing?
Good. The house. In the end, the guys couldn't achieve everything.
Did the clouds? Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, that's what happens when you give people very little time to make something happen, you jackass.
Well, if I could just take a quick peek.
Carl, man, it's not a good time.
Oh, but then if you could just talk me through it, just so I'm comfortable in my own mind that I got your back.
It's not a good time, Carl.
Oh, really? Well, listen to me. I took a lot of shit from your dad because we've been through the mill, but I've been a CFO at major public companies for over 2 decades. And if you fuck up his deal, or you try to stand up numbers that I am not comfortable with, I swear to God.
Hey, easy. CFO.
What, you gonna fire your chief financial officer? So let's get real. If you say anything that I don't like up there, or make me look foolish, I'll fucking squeal.
I want to thank the whole Waystar family who have offered us so much love and support over these last few tough days. It means a lot. Isn't that right, Dad?
No.
Oh my God.
Fucking amateur hour. Wake me up when it's over.
I don't know if I can watch this.
She said while watching the fuck out of it and getting turned on. I can hear how wet you are. It's gross.
I mean, Jesus, Ken, keep it fucking
You don't
light.
even have to.
Watch this go well. I'm gonna hate this if it goes well. Watch people love this.
Product that my father was working on to the very end. It's an exciting new vision we call Living Plus. What our incredible new product offers is a sanctuary. It's a place where it doesn't feel you or your mom or dad are surviving life. It's somewhere you're really living. Fun is what we're all about at Waystar. You know, by a lot of metrics, the leading entertainment brand in the world. So, hyper-local news, movie-themed events, advanced screenings, ATN debate.
He's not turboing this shit. When I say turbo, I mean turboing down. He's actually doing well. I kind of hate it.
I'm convinced that Roman Roy has a micro dick and always gets it wrong. I want to make what I think is fairly. I want to make what I think is fairly historic announcement. I'm convinced that Roman Roy has a micro dick.
Oh, well, it's one way to scratch an itch that is now forever gone.
Make what I think is fairly historic announcement.
if we're thinking of hosting, I can't get into it. I think it has to be, if this is okay with you, strictly party and strategy.
Are you ever going to mention the pregnancy?
I can't help it if I find strategy sexy, though. I do.
Please don't drown. Well, I'm pretty sure he has like guards shadowing him. They all need therapy. Okay, so that was episode 5, 6? Lost count already. 6, Living Plus. Oh my goodness, this episode. This was the episode where I just hated everything and everyone. Yeah, that's the general feeling. Kendall firing Gerri was just... Really, Kendall? I get that they're all in a very sensitive place coming off of the death of their father, who they had a very complicated relationship with. There is no untangling that man from their psyche, from the way they process their emotions. I just feel like his death is bleeding all over the place. You got Shiv, who's scheduling her tears, like literally giving herself like 20 minutes to cry about her dad in her day, scheduling her grief, as Tom says. You got Kendall trying to get words of affirmation from Gerri, listening to the AI, like what would you call it, like the manipulation of his voice, denigrating Roman, and he's listening to that on repeat. Kendall is damn near in tears on stage thinking about his dad. I mean, it's all just a mess of grief, and I feel like their choices are colored in by his absence. And I think it's a combination of things. It's a need to live up to what he was, do better than him, make him proud, spite him. I do believe that there's a part of them that wants to spite their father because he never really believed in them. Honor him. It's an amalgamation of all of these desires that they're trying to fulfill, and it's just interrupting people's lives. It's affecting people's lives. It's pissing people off, rightfully so, pissing people off, because you're messing around with their livelihoods now. I don't want any of them. Not Tom. No. Where'd Tom come from? I think I was about to go in on Tom, but Tom I'm going to set aside for a while. Not Kendall, not Roman, not Shiv. I don't want any of them in charge of that company, at least not right now. Actually, no. Shiv is the addendum, at least not now for her. Kendall and Roman need to never be in positions of power. They just don't need to be. They are abusive. They abuse that power. They take it for granted. They're entitled. They're everything wrong with people in power. Like that scene where Greg was telling the guy to like hurry it up or like, no, make it happen now. It's like you see why there's always a gap. I feel like this episode in particular, I feel like this entire show, but this episode in particular, it's a show written by artists, and I can't help but feel like there is some kind of, how would I put it? How could I say it? Like what's the word? Oh my God, you all help me. What's the word? I'm asking you all to help me. You can't help me right now. What's the word? Oh my goodness. It's like a critique, like a real life critique of how Suits will come in and make these grand demands of something that is so subjective. They try to create numbers and bring something objective to art, which is inherently, it's like you never know how to land. I will say, to create and market and promote, that takes money. You need to put money in that, and promotion has a lot to do with how well something, how great of a return you can see on a piece of work, whether it be a movie, a TV show, whatever it is. Promotion plays a huge factor in that. So there is a numbers game in that, and you can understand why they want their capital back. They're not just putting it in there for nothing. They not only do they want to make back what they put in, they want to make a surplus. So you can understand that aspect. However, it's the micromanaging. It's telling them that this needs to be in there, this needs to not be in there, this is the agenda you need to push through your art. That aspect of it is stifling. Another aspect is the timetable, the demands, the ridiculousness of Kendall's demand of getting that done in a night. And you're not allowed to say no, only yes, Kendall. It's like, are you insane? And then you come up and you look disappointed at the work they've done. Like, what did you expect? It's like, oh, but I saw it in Germany. It's like, I'm pretty sure those people in Germany probably had more time to put it together. They had time to think it up. They had time to sketch it. They had time to do a cost analysis of how much it would take, how much time it would take, and then got an opportunity to put it together and then release the final product. And now you want them to create something like something you saw in some other country overnight? Are you insane? Yes, actually, what am I talking about? Kendall is insane. He keeps doing the same thing and yet expecting different results. He is the classic definition of insane. One could argue they all are to some degree, though you can say we all are to some degree insane. We do have habits we keep repeating and yet expecting a different result. I'm guilty of that. I'm pretty sure some of the people out there who are watching this, you are guilty of that too. We're all insane to some aspect, but it's the lack of self-awareness, and it's also the scale in which their insanity can touch lives that is undeniably toxic. It's just, you want to surround yourself with people who can be honest, who can steer you a different direction, someone who you trust. But these kids, they fire, they denigrate, they use their position to manipulate answers or responses different from the one that they feel like they should be hearing, they want to hear. That, like, several people throughout this episode wanted to tell Roman and Kendall the truth. Some of them did tell them the truth. Some of them lost their jobs because they told them the truth. I mean, what do you do when people who are in power don't want to hear the truth and will bully you out of it? You get a whole bunch of yes men, and you get guys like this. And I feel like this show is doing a wonderful job at showing the nepotism. How many people we hear got a job because their dad, or you hear a famous actor and their last name, like, they're not great, but you hear the last name and you're like, oh, director's kid. I feel like it's funny because this show has Alexander Skarsgård. I have said this countless times. I feel like the Skarsgård family are one of the few families in Hollywood that everybody's talented. Every single one of them, from the father to every child. Talented as hell. Like, that is legitimately a talented family with range, with I mean, I don't listen in on gossip on how they are on sets, or whether or not they're little terrors on set. I don't know, but for the most part, in the works that I've seen it. I don't know if that was Bill Skarsgård who was in it, but I know one of the brothers were in it. I've seen another brother in Vikings. I've seen Alexander Skarsgård in a number of works. I mean, and I've seen Bill Skarsgård in a number, like Stellan Skarsgård as well. Like, they are all legitimately talented. So nepotism, whether you can say they got it a bit easier to walk through the door because of who their father is, fine. But there's a difference between people who have family members in high places and they're able to walk through the door, and holy shit, they suck. Holy shit, they have no business being in the room. But the Skarsgårds are a definition of, maybe it was easier for them to get into the room because their father's Stellan Skarsgård, but you cannot deny the fact they belong in that room. All of them, all of his kids belong in the room. They're excellent. Now, in terms of this show, Logan Roy, his kids, one could argue none of them belong in the room. Whatever room they're in, it's like a crapshoot. Some days they're good, some days they're shit. There's no consistency, and that in and of itself is nepotism. Because how many of y'all go to work, and if you had one bad day, you get a strike. You do something wrong, and you have an eye on you the entire time. You don't get the opportunity to screw up countless times. Their lack of consistency in their jobs is nepotism at its finest. Like, y'all have maybe one or two good ideas. Like Kendall, he was doing well there, but how many times does he do well? It's rare. It's more often he fails than he succeeds. And a normal person, an average person, you're not getting that chance to fail so many times before you get canned. So this entire thing, it's like, I want them out of power. Now, Shiv and Tom, throw it all away. Throw it all away. I unfortunately see them staying together. And I get why, but she's yet to tell Tom about this pregnancy, and it just sucks because I look at Kendall and I look at Rava, and I feel like Rava has her head on a bit better than not a bit better, a whole lot better than Kendall, and I do believe she will be a far more positive influence on her children than Kendall could have ever hoped to be. As for Shiv and Tom, I mean, not to say that I don't think Tom or Shiv would be as abusive as Logan was. At least I hope not. But that marriage in and of itself, being raised in that kind of dysfunctional relationship, being exposed to it, I can't imagine the damage that would do to a child. I mean, we heard Shiv's beliefs on love her wedding night. I can never forget that scene. It's like, so why are you getting married again? Like, that's all I can think of. Like, if that's how you feel about love and marriage, why subject yourself to that? Why even get married? What's the point? What's the need? Be on your own. Have flings. You don't need to be married. You don't have to subject yourself to this system, to this way of oh, you're supposed to grow up and get married. You don't have to subject yourself to that. You're Shiv Roy. So what's the point? Why are you getting married? That's all I can think of. Like, does Shiv want? I don't know. I just feel like she's someone who's probably better off on her own. And if one day she wants to be a mother, there are plenty of avenues in which she can. I honestly don't see a point to their marriage. I mean, I definitely see a point on Tom's end. Shiv's end, I don't see it. I just feel like it would be less stressful for her to just have someone, a partner who you're not married to, you're not tied to, but you have a working relationship in order to satisfy sexual desires, companion desires. I don't see why she needs to be married or force herself into this union or to an archaic. To me, I feel like she views it as archaic, but maybe it's because all she knows. Maybe she wants to get married because that's what she's supposed to do. Maybe she's keeping the child because she feels like that's what she's supposed to do. I don't know. I don't see a part of her that actually wants to be a mother. She's yet to actually disclose her pregnancy. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Shiv, Tom, this pregnancy, mess. Roman, mess. Kendall, mess. And I wish I could blame it on the lack of a father now, but I can't, because they were messes prior. And you can argue, you can make a legitimate argument it's solely daddy and mommy's fault as to why they're messes, but mess nonetheless. Not to rhyme, but they're messes. And I just hate the fact that two of them are, well, one of them is a parent, another one is going to be a parent. Like, spare children that, please. Now Shiv is pregnant and she hasn't even told Tom, and she's just bringing a child into this mess of a family. And it's like, why? Do you even want to be a mother? I genuinely am curious of whether or not Shiv genuinely wants to be a mother. Does Shiv know what she wants? I feel like none of them do. They're all so aimless. They're just scratching on to what they think they want, what they believe they should want. Something that, in my opinion, their abuse is fueling. Their emotional, mental, and in some case, physical abuse is fueling their path. It's fueling their desires. It's their disturbed relationship with their father that colors pretty much every choice they make. And yes, it is tragic. It is tragic to be that tied down, that influenced by an awful relationship. But hey, that's the show. And I must say, season 4 has been my favorite season thus far. The suddenness of Logan's death was jarring. It was perfect. It was uncelebratory in a way. It was like, okay, he died. I want to say uncelebratory. I mean, there wasn't a lot of fanfare or build up with Logan's character. It just kind of happened. And the fallout has, in some ways, I mean, the episode he dies was definitely grand, but the fallout of his death to me still feels uncelebratory. I'm still waiting for like the episode post Logan death. Like, what's the like where everything blows up? I don't know if it'll happen in the finale, the penultimate episode, but I am just waiting for that. Like, I feel like tension is just building, and eventually there will be an explosion of Logan feels post daddy death and where they go from here. I'm waiting for that scene. I feel like it hasn't happened, and I feel like it will. If it doesn't, but I get it. I feel like it will, and I don't know if it'll happen in the finale of the penultimate, but hopefully the penultimate, and we'll deal with like the fallout of that explosion of feels in a way. But I feel like it hasn't necessarily happened. I feel like everyone like Shiv is scheduling her grief. Then you got Kendall going out into the ocean, and then you got Roman listening to the manipulated voice of Logan. I feel like it's been like you know, it's like slowly, like it's a balloon that you're blowing, and then, you know, that feeling when you touch it, it's like, oh shit, it might pop. I feel like we are getting there soon. Anyways, this is an excellent episode. A left me angry type episode, left me hating pretty much all of the characters type episode, but still loving them because I still watch. Otherwise, believe me, I would have dropped it. I have dropped shows that I had no interest in watching. I'm not afraid to drop a show, but I'm still watching because I love it. I just had to do it in smaller doses because they piss me off sometimes. These are characters that frustrate you to no end, but you ride with them because I honestly don't know why. What is it about these characters that still pull you in? I generally don't know. Is it great acting? Just great writing? Just a morbid, like curious look into messy, wealthy people? I don't know what it is exactly. Trying to sympathize or empathize with individuals you envy and hate at the same time. Like people who have it all and yet abuse that. So you envy their wealth, but at the same time you hate them, and it's like a look into their lives, a very fictional look into their lives, hopefully a fictional look into their lives. But if you get what I'm saying, like, what is it that really gravitates you towards these, quite frankly, shitty individuals? It's always so amazing because I don't feel like the narrative has ever tried to trick me into rooting for them. You know, when you watch shows where these are like murderers, like Sons of Anarchy, like I found myself loving these characters and rooting for these characters, but categorically they were awful. And it's not until the later season, as the show went forward, it was like the rug was being pulled under you and you couldn't deny the fact that these are people who need to go down, essentially. I've watched many shows where you root for these awful people, but the narrative is positioning you to, you're supposed to. But I've never felt, and I think I've commented on this prior in a different reaction from different seasons. I never felt like the writers were trying to trick me into sympathizing or rooting. Like there wasn't an intentional like, oh yeah, they were bad people all along and you rooted for them, ha ha ha. Like I don't feel like the writers were doing that to me. And I love that. I love that you just watch messed up, awful people and the narrative isn't trying to fool you into thinking anything different. I like that about this show very much. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all for the next reaction. Bye everyone, and take care.